making pie dough. We're going to make a 2-crust pie dough. One for the bottom and one for the top of the pie. So we need 2 cups of wheat flour. So I put 1 cup in already and I'm adding another cup. Okay.
Pinch of salt.
Pinch of salt. Do we have that?
Average salt.
Oh, it actually comes out.
That's because it's stored in the rice.
Okay.
Special rice container.
Yeah, you can do that in Thailand. See the rice in the bottom? What you need when you do put it in, you need this to be open so that the rice can affect the salt that's inside of it.
That's interesting to know because we have that problem over here.
So it's already got the 2 cups of wheat flour, pinch of salt, and now we're going to deal with 152 grams of cold butter.
Take that butter and slice it into small pieces.
Okay. Let me put this butter further away.
What are you doing? Because I don't have a spoon. You know, not necessary.
Yeah, here it is. Look at that one.
All
U.S.
right.
Army, that one.
Right. So
They
I'm
make
mixing
good spoons.
in the salt, which is very sparse, into the flour to give it a little flavor.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and now you should take this and
Dump it out and just put it into little, cubes.
how
Whatever.
little like that.
Yeah, and then cut it across. And then we'll put it in there and knead it with our fingers.
Okay. Have to figure out where we're going to put it.
Yeah, we'll take the apples out, which I did, and we'll put it in there.
All right, so we got that.
Right. Now I use my hands. You could use a pastry blender, but
We don't have one of those.
I don't use that because the warmth of my hands kind of warms it up. And you just, kind of make it go into the flour, and it'll make little balls. They say it's supposed to look like coarse cornmeal when you've done it right instead of flour. You want to try?
Sure.
Okay, you just kind of, And it is cold, so it'll take a while. Are you going to go into production of pies?
No, it's just every so often we have a taste for pie. So it's
Well, you could always make a cobbler, and that way you can use oats, brown sugar, cinnamon, and flour, and you don't have to really knead anything. So I'll leave you a recipe for that. So don't try to melt the butter with your finger. Try to just push it into the dough. It's more like just get the dough in there too, or the flour in there too. That's what you can use 2 knives if you want to cut it. You know how you've heard cut the pastry? So you just make X's and it loosely does the same thing.
I take it you do that without a sharp knife.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, down here it is. We need to.
Right. It doesn't have to be very, very fine. We're going to put some ice water in it to make it coalesce.
Okay.
Yeah, like a tablespoon.
Look at her go.
No, she's getting her exercise from the day.
Upper arm. My Helens are taking. You know what your Helens are? Your high Helens?
Oh yeah, I know. I would wish not to discuss
Hi,
it.
Helen. Hi. First time I saw them called High Helens, I laughed my ass off. Especially her High Helens.
What about her low Betty's?
Her Glow Betties. They were a good size too.
Well, that's going to be good. I know it's going to be good.
That'd be good.
She's a quick learner.
She is.
All right, do I get to wash my hands
I
now?
think you should.
Okay.
Turn it on.
Okay.
Now, I want to tell her before you turn it on.
No, say it again.
So, what we're going to do is we're going to put 4 to 5 tablespoons of ice water onto the dough. It's going to coagulate. It's going to come together.
Yeah.
We want a ball to happen.
Yeah.
And we're going to use a fork to kind of sketch it around. We don't want to knead it, so
Okay.
show you. It's very cold water. Just gonna toss it.
Now it's going back in again.
Okay.
That's fine.
So we got rid of the lumps. Now we're making new lumps.
Okay.
But hopefully, so you feel that. That's dough.
Okay.
Does that feel like dough to you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a couple more in there because temperature really. See, this is if you add too much water, it can get really sticky, and then you can't handle it. So put in 6 tablespoons.
No, you're beyond 6 there.
Okay.
Okay.
You're not gonna knead it, but you're gonna. Yeah, it looks good. It looks like Play-Doh.
It's more dry in there. You want to touch it?
Yeah, that's good. Probably break up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, put it in the freezer.
The freezer or the fridge?
Let's put it in the fridge. Yeah.
Oh, I hear you bird Do you want to cover it?
No, it doesn't need to be covered. It'll
Okay.
get colder that way. Okay. We'll let it sit for a half an hour.
Okay, then how long do we leave it to be in the refrigerator?
Well, until it feels cold, probably half an hour. Yeah. I'll be glad to do dishes. Oh, there's. Hi. So here's our dough. It's divided sort of roughly into 2 balls, and they are kind of cold.
They're kind of cold.
We'll feel them. They don't feel extremely cold. Are they cold?
Yeah, they're...
So you're smearing a bit of about a handful of flour on the table there?
Yes, I did. And
They're more salad.
they are. It's tending to be crumbly, so we'll just have to be careful.
So, just a little at a time, huh?
Yeah. And if it breaks apart, you can always use some water and kind of paste it back together.
So is it all right to put it in the refrigerator and do it like the next day?
Well, yeah, you can do that.
Can she pre-make
No rules.
shells?
Oh yeah, you can do that. Well, I'm trying to get it on the rolling pin so it doesn't break up because it's, falling apart. Just gonna put it back in the pan and pat it. I can let you pat it. Getting some more
Trying to
dough.
trim off to get to the...
dough to be even so we can put some more inside and make it, yeah.
Yeah.
She's going to be an excellent Play-Dough maker.
I believe that.
Yeah, she's got talent.
She has talent. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
She just needs to know how to do it.
Okay, not too much. You don't want to do too much. Now, sugar.
Shit.
I'm going to let you put as much sugar in as you
look at
want.
those apples.
Taste
How
the
many
apple
apples
and
are
you can see
those?
That's 6 Granny Smith apples from the US of A.
Wow.
That's a sweet one.
Are you a cheese putter on top of pies?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
No, I've never done that. I do like my cheese, but mostly on bread.
And Donna?
I've never had cheese on pie. On apple pie. No.
This question came up on Facebook recently about apple
Really?
pie.
And they solved it?
Well, myself, I said, no, not cheese, butter pecan ice cream.
Yes, ice cream, butter pecan. You are so right. That is the one.
I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, do you want some raisins for this?
Yes. And some cinnamon.
Okay.
One thing you can do with raisins is put hot water and soak them in hot water. But we don't need to do that for this pie. But if you soak them in just a little bit of hot water, they'll plump up and then
Well, that sounds
be
good, right?
softer when you have the pie. That's good.
They have them in Ubon. Okay, all right, so there we go there.
Now, taste again, see if there's enough sugar on there.
Oh, wait a minute, you want cinnamon?
Yeah, that's enough. You think that's enough sugar?
We had 8?
We had 6 apples.
6 apples, that's right.
That's enough. That's
Oh, so it's not a tablespoon?
No, it's not. You don't want too much because it's
No, it's strong.
I am a cook that just eyeballs things.
That what?
I'm an eyeball cook. Yeah, okay. And you don't have to put them in any order. You just put them
I'm glad I didn't have to put the raisins in first.
in. Right.
Okay.
Now, do you want to try this? Well, they're the things that burn, but yeah, we can do that. Let's do that.
I've been waiting to do this all during this.
You can do whatever you like. It's your pie.
My hands too wet.
What I usually do if I really, want to finish it off, just take a fork, go around. That sometimes burns too. So you need to make 5 or 6 air vents like that, because it really does get soupy in there. I didn't put any flour on the apples, but I think they'll be okay.
Are you supposed to?
Well, sometimes it makes it less soupy.
Oh, yeah, right.
But let's just get it in the oven.
Well, we have to wait for the oven to preheat a bit. We
Okay.
forgot to turn it on.
Right.
So what are you cooking this at?
Let's cook it at 350.
350, okay. So that's about 175 centigrade.
And look who just climbed out of the refrigerator.
Voila!
Ta-da! Say hi.
Okay. Okay, set. Now we have to pre-warm and preheat it, and it goes in.
So if it starts to burn, we'll pull it out.
And
It's
put a
possible
tin.
to do that.
Put a 10.
Then put a tin over it. Because the edges
Oh
are
my,
thin.
okay. We got a problem here.
What kind of problem?
Well, we got
You have
stuff
bread on it.
on the bottom. So you take that. Oh, true. Will it fit in the oven? And how many minutes are we going to be cooking this before we check?
Oh, I don't know on this one. Let's say 20. You'll smell it if it starts to need our attention.
You don't know?
That's how I go.
Okay. And how long?
20 minutes.
All right.
Oh, look at that. Thank you, Missy.
Cheers.
To our first pie. Turn it around. Probably.
Oh, something says.
Yeah, it does brown on one side. and on the other.
Right.
Okay.
It bubbles over.
Bring it on!
Maybe I should cover it.
How you were doing it? We're on.
Oh.
Ooh. That is beautiful.
Can't wait to eat that.
Look at that.
Ooh.
Mm.
Here. We did it!
Yay! Go.
So we're gonna cut the pie.
I'm just doing it.
Let's do it.
Have a spatula.
Oh.
Do you look like a happy boy, Hap?
Ah, man. Apple pie in
In
Lao.
Uh-huh.
It don't get no better than this, folks. It don't get no better than this. In fact, I've traveled 12,000 miles for this piece of apple pie.
I don't know. It's pretty far.